Hey, what's the latest with you and Jay Prince? Is everything cool?
Yo, I keep telling everybody, I respect Jay Prince's business hand and what he's done for the culture. You know, you can't take nothing away from the Ghetto Boys and the whole Rap-A-Lot movement. You know, I don't know how Big Mike feels about that. That's another story. But I'm only in this storm because I'm protecting the elderly black woman. That's it. That's that's it.
Hey, so
but I know I've shook some bushes up and I've said some things and exposed some things over the last month or so that has shit in turmoil down there because I started to expose the links to the inner workers of the city. And they said, "What? I'm going to see you this shit." They said, "Since you did that, 2-3 months, been removed, replaced, pulled out of office, shit getting crazy down here." So, you know, actually, I'm going to see you some kind.
Chill, man.
What? Nah, I ain't going to say. I'm just going to show you, like, what the fuck is going on.
Man, we love Houston. Hey, Wack. So, Roc Nation, they play a little dirty, and this is the only thing I say to them about the lawsuit. Again, this is my opinion because I know right now that lawyer watching us, and I don't want no lawsuit from him. Again, if we got to get a lawsuit, it is what it is. So I don't want people to think that I'm just gonna be pussy and just like bow down to these guys. But I do want to say, you know, I want to stick factual. Hey, Roc Nation, y'all acting like y'all haven't bullied rappers. Y'all acting like y'all didn't play a little part, or you know, the CEO wasn't at court hearings for Tory getting locked up. Y'all aren't the most just out of the. Like, you guys have kind of weighed your hand on a scale a couple times to make things go in y'all favor. And y'all have been seen as the big bad wolves of this industry. And even though people now kind of look at Roc Nation, they just say Desiree Perez because her history. Jay-Z owns y'all. It's Jigga. When this comes back, there are certain people looking at this and say, you know, y'all have done your fair share of bullshit. Well, now y'all got to handle this. I'm wondering what's going to happen with this because here's what I believe is going to happen. The way how Jay-Z, if that's Jay-Z talking in that statement, man, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits filed. Actually, I ain't going to lie. I thought Jay-Z was talking gangster in the statement. Low key. You heard what he said? He says, you made a terrible effort, you know, error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out the project of Brooklyn, nigga. We don't play these type of games. We got very strict honor and codes. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. On your network, only your network. That was important. Only your network of conspiracy theories, faith, physics will believe these idiotic claims. This is what I would ask. I think that Jay-Z has the biggest network in hip hop. He says that
that's a fact. That's a fact.
And he says, I look forward to showing you how different I am. That was an interesting ended line because usually you hear lawyers say, I look forward to proving her innocence in court. I look forward to do this, blah, blah. You know what he said? I look forward to showing you how different I am. It don't look like he might be in court. By the way, chat, the people who quick to be, you could tell, Ebro is in here talking about no games. Ebro got nothing to say about the allegations, but he's in there saying no games. You're going to scroll through, man, like everybody who's on the payroll for these guys, they're all going to be just tapping in. They all got to, you know, jump in the mix or whatever the case is. And probably, you know, they got to co-sign him. Again, I'm not saying anything or even everything against Jay-Z is factual. I just want to show y'all. Wack, I heard you say this one time. I can't remember who you was talking about. You said if it was a videotape or audio tape that came out about me saying these things, the whole internet would be ablaze saying I snitched, I'm this, I'm that,
All that.
I'm a rat. But when it come out against somebody else, it'd be like, well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, I don't know. Maybe fuck all that.
Yeah, but
No
he had
selective politicking.
exactly.
Selective politicking, bro.
Of course.
Your man is doing that selective politicking. You want to, when this shit comes out over here, is all you got it all on your page. Now this is coming out is nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Nah, selective politicking. A lot of people doing that because they think they're gonna lose a favor that they don't even have coming in the first place.
Yep.
They just don't want to be on the other side. We don't give a fuck about it. We doing how we do. Whatever fuck with us. Whatever business ventures we got going. We try to move independent of whatever the fuck they doing, however they operate. Because we're not gonna let them control us. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, man. So that's really, that's what I want to show to the internet. I don't know if Jay-Z is guilty or innocent. These are allegations. People can make up anything. What I do want to show you is the power, because sometimes what I've realized media is now is there's a lot of y'all just consuming shit and shit. There was a time that I thought, I'm like, yo, well, I'm one of the bigger voices, so like when I say something, y'all probably believe it more. But I've realized in certain times, there's certain entities that have gotten a lot of other voices. They got in a conglomerate. When they hit a button, and that's Roc Nation. I'm speaking directly. That's Roc Nation, when they hit a button, they create a narrative, or they whatever. We're going to see it here at its finest because, again, these are allegations. Sometimes people be like, oh, let's see what the other side is. Like, shit, when they had allegations against me, shit, of course I got my lawyers on it. But I hit Wack. I even got online and say, this is what happened. This is, hey, listen, whether y'all believe me or not, I'm going to answer to them. Some people don't got to answer to allegations, and people still don't. Like, I answer to it, they don't believe me. Other niggas don't have to answer to it, and people believe them fully. And I'm like, ain't that crazy?
Crazy as a motherfucker. But I will tell you this, bro. I'm not finna, just because somebody is like a good basketball player, a great rapper, or whatever, we can't just give that type of favor and say, well, it's no way this shit could have happened. We talking about 24 years ago. That's a different Jay-Z than we know today.
That's before he dropped, I believe, did the Blueprint or Blueprint 2 came out in 2001?
That's like 2000, right?
Yeah.
So, and not to say that he did it, but we got to let it run its course. I see what he's saying, like, where's the criminal shit? Now, I'm all for that. Where's the criminal?
I agree.
You got two grown motherfuckers. You 13 years old. You fought two of these grown motherfuckers off who they had to be under the influence of something. No way they could be in their right mind doing some shit like that, right? And you called the father. I'm interested to know what the father had to say. What was that phone call like? Why wouldn't you take your 13-year-old daughter to the hospital? Why wouldn't you get a motherfucking rape kit done? Why wouldn't you take her to a psychiatrist to make sure she's still stable mentally? It's a whole lot of did you or what happened or why. Now, 24 years later, here you go. It's as if Diddy wouldn't have never been caught up, this wouldn't have never came up.
I agree.
That's the factor in there that's making me say, are they doing this just to spice it up?
And let me ask you a question. What do you think, right? You're a father of multiple. You've been a husband. What do you think that conversation inside the Carter household is? Do you think, obviously this is old. This might have been before you met Beyonce. I don't know when he met Beyonce. Do you think
the worst thing she could do is question him about this? If she questions him about this, it's gonna cause friction in the household.
We've never heard like the only time we heard about a problem between Jay-Z and Beyonce was when she
In the
volunteered.
elevator.
Well, the elevator came out, but like even then, like him and her weren't arguing. It seemed it was the sister, but when she came out on the Lemonade album and said, "Oh yeah, he cheated on me with Becky with a good hair," but we've never seen like she's not the person to air him out. She don't expose him. Like she don't talk shit about
She was
him.
mad when she did that. She probably regret doing that.
Someone was gonna
You know
happen.
what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, the worst thing she can do is question him about this.
What do you think? How do they have that conversation with Blue Ivy?
Well, that's easy. They gonna teach Blue Ivy what slander is, and let them know that your mom and dad are these people, and you are also on a level of status, and you are a little worse than us because, unlike us, who we got this fame later in our later years, you already have it now. This is why you got to watch your friends, what you say to your friends, what you do around them. They gonna give it to her like that.
Yeah,
They gonna give it to her like that.
part of his statement, and I guess that's the part that kind of did like interact with me a lot is where um, he says my only heartbreak is for my family, my wife and I, obviously him and Beyonce, will have to sit our children down. I think they have four, I believe. One of whom is at the age where her friends, they're talking about Blue Ivy, will surely see the press and ask these questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. I think about that all throughout, right? Like, I think about that in like every rap beef. Like, I was hearing someone, which I kind of agree. They're like, yo, one day Kendrick might have to explain to his kid that Drake was that another popular artist was saying, "Yo, your daddy's not your daddy," right? But also it's the same thing with Drake's kid. Drake's probably gonna have to explain to Adonis at one point that another popular rapper was saying you're hiding a child. These things have become almost like a repetitive thing where you know and I wonder how you look at it where I don't have kids yet. Do do you ever feel like and you have grown kids at this point. Do you ever feel like damn I have to explain to my daughter or my son about some shit they seen about me or whatever the internet's saying about me?
Nah, I taught my kids, right? Um, your kids is gonna be your home team. So end of the day, they know you. You know what I mean? They know if you did it, didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? My kids look up and see, if it says something Wack 100 involved in the fight, this, they know it's a good chance that shit didn't happen. That definitely happened. If they look up and see some wild shit, a bunch of goofy shit, they don't even pay it no attention because they know that their dad is in the eye of the media. They know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's never gonna be a panic. I think the only time I thought my daughter would have panicked is when that bozo Spotalo went on Instagram and said Wack 100 shot dead. His white Porsche is taped off in the city of Pacoima, right?
Oh wow.
So when I get the phone call from my daughter, she says, "Dad, why are they lying?" I said, "What?" "Well, you just dropped me off to get my hair done. You're in the Range Rover. That Porsche been parked in the garage in the backyard for 8 months. You haven't even driven that thing." Right? So it was like I was just relieved that she didn't see that and go into a panic because I'd have been like, I just dropped you off, not even in that car. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my kids kind of know, and it comes from communicating with them and let them know what's going on. Like they know. Like I'll tell them, hey, such and such, such and such. You know what I mean? They don't pay attention to trolls. They don't pay attention to none of that. But if you got your kids like locked away in some secretive shit, and then it starts to come out, and they get to school around their peers, that's when it's a problem.
Yeah.
My kids aren't blind to the fact. They understand the world. They understand social media, what comes along with this shit. But
You know, one thing I'm gonna give Jay-Z and Beyonce credit for, they live these secret lives. We don't know where they at. Like, we don't even know what town they be in. We don't know
no,
what school they go. Like even now I'm thinking she
nothing.
go. I'm like, maybe she goes to online school. Like, we don't know nothing about, like, how.
About them. They, bro, for one, they're not on social media. Two, every time you hear about them, it's a business move or accomplishment, or they're on stage. This is the only time in how many years that we've seen some shit since the elevator incident that remotely reflects some negativity.
Mm.
They're out the way. They bought a $200 million house, or um, Blue Ivy is got paid to go on Mom's tour, generated $10 million, or Jay-Z to acquire a new company, or that's all you usually see. It wasn't until this puppy shit where people start speculating, and now this shit, and all this gonna do is make him really disassociate with certain people, predominantly in the music industry, that's doing anything remotely tied to anything that can reflect a negative light on him. It'll never happen again.
Do you foresee that maybe Jay Z will come out and probably do a Meek Mill type statement? Yo, we're no Diddy gang as well.
No, no, he'd never do that. He would never get that out of him.
Hmm.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
but
won't. He won't. Not the Jay-Z we know today.
yeah, but
You won't see that.
there's gonna be an onslaught though. There's gonna be more
He's
people.
not gonna kick him, but he ain't gonna. He's not gonna reach down to pull him up either. Especially after this, bro. He cannot remotely put himself in a position where people start tying him to anything, anything in his lane, bro. And Puffy need to understand that.
Hmm.
He need to understand that dude got to stay the fuck away from you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I'm really looking at the fallout with this. I think if I know hip hop, right, Jay Z's credibility is Teflon. It could withstand, even though this is kind of crazy. 13-year-old, it's crazy, but it could withstand one accusation. We all know, like, the dam failed really quickly with Diddy when it was two, three, four, five, six, seven accusations. I'm wondering if we see more accusations, do people start to be like, all right, man, hold up, man. Like, all right, one, we were like, man, why y'all capping on Hove? Two, they might be like, all right, what the fuck? But man, y'all lying. Three, they're like, okay, what's going on? If it gets to like 6, 7, they might be like, yo, maybe we ain't know this guy, and maybe they back up off him.
Bro, everybody has backed up off your mans. You see that. Show me one person that's speaking up for him.
Wait, are we talking about who?
There's only one person we can be talking about.
Did he?
Jay-Z don't need nobody to speak up for him right now. He don't need nobody to speak up for him. He's in a position where he's innocent and they gotta prove it. And he's ready to fight him on it. You know what I mean? And the first hiccup, the first slip up, the first inconsistency, right? You're dealing with a superpower when it's coming to Jay-Z with his legal and all that. They're gonna have their ass. Like, can't no games be played, right? But when it comes to your other guy, ain't nobody fucking with that, bro.
Mm.
Nobody. You know what? 6ix9ine might even be in there with him. Didn't they ship 6ix9ine back to New York?
Yeah.
6ix9ine, you know they're gonna put 6ix9ine on the PC side. You know that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they and me on the same pod. But nah, man, it is what it is. I hate to see it because from here, it's fucked up that you said it. I can see a Drake being next.
Wait, what you mean?
Because, bro, they're going at all our people that's on top.
But that's what I was saying about, like, damage control. If I'm Drake, if I'm someone like Drake, right? And again, I want to say someone like Drake, not necessarily Drake, but someone in that position, even like a Future. I'm just hitting up all the scallywags I've ever fucked, just kind of making sure everybody cool. Everybody good? Yo, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm sending y'all a purse this Christmas. Just make sure, because it doesn't. It appears that it's disgruntled.
You can't do that, bro.
Yo, no, hold on. Just make sure, check everybody's temperature, because it feels like they only file this when they're hella broke or they're disgruntled. They're tight. Like, you doing 2 months with your new girl.
You cannot do that. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You can't fuck with that.
If I'm Drake, I'm sending Birkins. All right, Birkins for all the last 100 girls I fucked. Birkins.
Nah, bro.
Why not? Yo, Place. Do you think that any of these women were filing lawsuits like they were just like either super up or just like super happy? Like, nah, they going through some shit. You got to make sure they all right.
Nah, bro. Your motherfucking ass will be in jail. Fucking with that, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, all right.
Trying to go hurt. Look, man, listen, man. I gotta get back over here with my people. Listen, I sent this shit to the text. Can you have the team please put that up for me in the morning, please?
All right, I got you. That's just
appreciate it. Love to the chat. I'm here if you need me, brother.
All right, always.
All right.